Hey everybody, Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. Time for some cool memorabilia on Toy Tuesday. I actually raided my daughter's stash for tonight. Went through some of her Christmas presents actually. My dad found this stuff. He gave it to my daughter for Christmas a couple years ago. Really neat stuff. Thought we'd get it out and show it to you. As you can see, we've got a whole bunch of record albums here. But they're not just normal record albums. These things are super cool. These are Ford training albums, and we've got some of the film strips to go with these from the late 30s, early 1940s. So talk about some cool, rare memorabilia. This is some really neat stuff. Pretty neat Christmas present. So, in fact, we've still got some of the films even in here, still in the Christmas wrapping. So, let's check out what we've got here. Start over here. This is some of the older stuff. These are the really big albums. The Ford V8 commercial cars for 1938. This is for the dealers and salesmen. And that's a big album. On the flip side, the new Ford V8 trucks for 1938. This one underneath, this one also a large one. Modern used car appearance reconditioning methods. Still in the original sleeve. So those are some pretty neat pieces. This next one even has a really colorful jacket, and this is also a big album. The new Mercury 8 for 1940. So I think Mercury started in 39, so this would have been the second year of production for them. The flip side, the new Ford V8 cars for 1940. Awesome graphics on these. Really super neat covers. These two announcement slide films present in a forceful graphic manner the new saleable points of the 1940 Ford V8 passenger cars and the 1940 Mercury cars. Every feature and every improvement that your prospects will want to know about is explained in a clear and concise fashion. So, really neat stuff. Your sales organization will be able to make a better presentation of the 1940 Ford and Mercury line after a careful study of these films. After the films have been shown to your organization, you will find them helpful in showing to prospects as part of the presentation procedure. So, really cool graphics. Got the Ford V8 symbol on that one. Really cool piece. Some of these we had the films for, some of them we didn't. Actually, that one we do right here. The 1940 Mercury and the 1940 Ford V8 cars. So we've got the film strips to go with that one as well. Don't have as many films as we've got albums, but that's okay, because just the album jackets on some of these, just like when you got into music, the album jackets were sometimes cooler than the album. That's kind of what we've got on some of these. This one's more of a plain Jane one, just has the V8 symbol on it. Buying the trade-in on that side, and to part two on the flip side. This is a more of a plain jacket, just paper with just the V8, but still pretty neat thinking about the age of that thing. Next one we've got down here is the Ford Dealers Film Service for It's a Ford Truck Year, the 1941 trucks and commercial cars. Once again, the big V8 on the front of it. The flip side, kind of similar to the other one from 1940 that we looked at with a similar type design on the back. And I believe this is probably the film strip for that one as well. Here's a Buying the Trade-In film strip that probably goes with that one. And 40 Ford commercial trucks and cars. So those are the films we've got. We've obviously got more albums than that, but that's okay. We're going to check out the albums as well. This one, the Facts Favor Ford for 41. Blue and yellow on the jacket on this one. This is a part one and a part two of the same thing. Once again, the big Ford V8 with bright colors on them definitely would catch your eye. The next one we've got beside that one is kind of more of a plain Jane one, kind of goes with the other album cover we looked at that was kind of just a brown paper. A new truck, a new market. This is introducing the Ford V8 and the Ford V8 cab over engine trucks. Now, I don't see a specific date on this one. We'll take a quick look and see if we got a year on this, but I don't see one. So I'm going to guess this, based on the V8 emblem, and after looking at the other one, I'm going to guess this is probably a 38. 38 was the first year that Ford made a factory COE truck. Now, there were conversions prior to that. There's very, very few of those left. There's a few 36s out there that were made by a conversion aftermarket company. but a factory Ford says, this says introducing the Ford V8 cab over engine trucks. I'm going to assume this is probably a 38 album, and this was the training on the cab overs when they first came out, because obviously it was a new concept. There were some conversion companies that had started making them, but the concept and the reason for using the cab over engine design was new to a lot of people. So this would have been a very important training film in that day, introducing the new cab over engine Ford trucks. The next one here, this jacket's a little bit rougher, but it's got the V8 on one side and it's got the kind of scroll work on the back. This one's green and yellow. The facts favor Ford for 41. And this is the same thing, a part 1 and a part 2 on that one as well. Come down here to the corner, same type of layout, an orange and white. Get the facts, part 1, the story of the new Ford cars for 1941. Similar jacket layout, part 1 and part 2 on the 41 Ford car. New features on that album. Last one we have to catch here. This is a really colorful one, kind of a purple and light blue. Got the big V8 on it. And this is testing and adjusting the generator regulator. So this got into some technical stuff. This was Ford dealer film service and got into some of the technical stuff. The flip side says the same thing, but it also covered headlight service based on what the jacket is telling us. So kind of some pretty cool stuff. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it, but let's open up one of these film canisters and see if we can check out some of this stuff. See if we can get it out of here without the whole thing unwrapping on us and making a big mess. Here we go. Let's see if we can somehow take a good look up in the light. If we can get a close look at some of the awesome stuff in here. For the 1944 dealer training film strips. Shows the body styles. I can see the flathead engines in there. Some really neat stuff. Interior shots, dash shots. So, really, really neat piece. If we can get a good look in the light, I don't know if we can or not, but awesome film strip with a ton of cool pictures in there. So we'll try to get this thing back in the canister before we unravel the entire thing and make a big mess. And then we'll grab a couple badges out of the badge box, and then we'll wrap up for tonight. But some pretty cool pieces. Definitely a neat addition to our collection, obviously, as a lot of you know. We've got a 40 Ford cab over. That's my daughter's truck that we've been working on getting put together. And, you know, when my dad found this stuff, I don't know where he came up with it at, but thought it was pretty cool stuff. So wrapped it up and gave it to her for Christmas a few years ago. Thought, well, that'd be some pretty cool memorabilia stuff to show you guys, and hope you guys enjoyed it. So let's grab a couple of badges out of the badge box. Check out a few things here. Then we're going to let you go for tonight. So tonight, what do we get out of the badge box? Kind of a miscellaneous batch here. Got a Dodge Brothers 8. This is a pretty rough one. It's pretty chipped up. This would have been a great looking badge in its original form with the light blue and white behind the star, and looks like it had blue dot behind the Dodge Brothers on that, the big DB8 on it. Neat looking badge, just that one's a little bit rough. This is a little bit newer. This is a late 40s era Studebaker, would have gone on the hood with the crest on it. And here's another Studebaker badge. This is definitely an earlier one, probably early 30s, late 20s, early 30s. This would have been a grill shell badge with enamel. This one's all white with the wheel in it and the Studebaker script. So kind of a neat piece. It was a press-on badge like a lot of those were. Last one we got for tonight, this is a beautiful badge. This is a big Dodge Brothers. This is about 4 or 5 inches long. Little chip over here, but brilliant deep blue color. Real clear Dodge Brothers lettering. Neat badge. Two studs on the back, so it was a bolt-on badge. Really, really pretty piece. So, and remember, if you want to start your own badge collection, you got a chance at doing that. Sunday night chat, the raffle this week is a starter collection of badges. I think there's 7 of them we're giving away in one batch on the raffle. You can jump in on that, $1 a chance. You can PayPal me at cse3@cox.net, or you can always mail in your payment. That information's on the pages as well. And be sure to check out the pictures I posted of those badges that somebody's going to win here at the end of the month. So first part of April, I'm going to be sending somebody's their own badge collection on the raffle this month. So anyway, If you're on Facebook, please share the video with your friends. Invite them to come over, like the page so they can hang out with us, keep up with all the new videos we're putting out. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Be sure to check out all my other videos. It's all old car stuff. It's all gearhead stuff, cars, trucks, memorabilia. That's what we do here because that's about all I know and that's what I love. So having a lot of fun doing it. As always, if you have specific questions about vehicles or parts, the only way to get a hold of me is to call me, 620-786-4428. That number's on the pages. Having that short conversation about your vehicle or your build idea, year, make, model, body style, what direction you want to go with it. I need all that information to know if I've got something that might be able to help you out. So hope you enjoyed this Toy Tuesday. Hope you like checking out some cool memorabilia. And be sure to stay tuned. More cool videos coming up. Thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to hang out with me and check out what we've got going on. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon on the next video.